We're live tonight. I do apologize in advance. I am somewhat under the weather, so talking may be at a minimum once we get beyond the initial thing here. So, unfortunately, due to the illness, I haven't had time to do the normal prep I would do for these kind of intro to decks. But creativity is, at least on the surface, fairly straightforward what you're trying to do. You're trying to get various tokens or whatever into play, whether it be through Dwarven Mine, having a bunch of mountains in play, putting treasure tokens into play with Prismari Command, or the Goblin token or treasure tokens from Fable the Mirror Breaker. You're trying to get tokens into play that way. You're trying to hit them with Indomitable Creativity. Whenever destroy X target artifacts or creatures, for each permanent destroyed this way, as controller reveal cards from the top of their library until an artifact or creature card is revealed exiled this way. Well, the only thing we have to hit in our deck that qualifies is Archon of Cruelty, which is just a bundle of value, forcing your opponent to stack stuff, discard cards. You draw cards, gain life, and etc. So it's basically an edict effect for your opponent where they have to discard and lose some life. You draw a card, gain some life, draw, and kind of go on your merry way. Beyond that, you're just playing a 4-color good stuff deck. You're playing Run in 6 and Fairy Time Raveler. If you need introduced as to why these cards are great in the modern format, you've obviously been living under a rock, or you don't really know the modern format. 4 copies of Lightning Bolt to interact with early creatures, especially annoying things like Ragavan. Spell Pierces to help protect the combo from counter spells, as well as to disrupt your opponent early. 1 of Expressive Iteration. This card is much better in a deck like Murktide, where the deck is much more lower to the ground and has lower mana costs, but still a very powerful spell. Prismari Command, very nice modal card, allows you to answer a bunch of different things while also digging towards your creativities, etc., giving you a artifact to put into play. 1 of Transmogrify just gives you a backup way to win in case your opponent, extracts your indomitable creativities. Leyline Binding, you're already playing a convoluted mana base, so you may as well play arguably the best removal spell in the format. Couple copies of Prismatic Ending to round out your interaction. Land base, bunch of mountains, other than the 1-of copy of Beseju. Not much more to say. You're a 5-color deck that needs to be base red for Dwarven Mine. It's kind of what your deck does. Sideboard, a bunch of ways to interact and deal with what your opponent's doing. Prismatic Ending, once again, help deal with the random things your opponents can have that are annoying. Destroy Evil is an interesting one. I've seen this pop up a little bit in Pioneer Blue-White Control. It's a split card to destroy target enchantment. Primarily you're fighting over Blood Moon. Destroy target creature with toughness 4 or greater. Mostly Murktide, you're aiming for this, but there are other creatures this can kill. 2 copies of Hallowed Moonlight. Good in the mirror match, good against Rhinos, good against Living In. Flusterstorm, once again, when you're kind of fighting over counterspells. Veil of Summer helps you to fight over counterspells. Can also be good in the mirror match. Blinking and Archon Trigger can also be relevant against discard spells. Abundant Growth, a way to kind of fight through Blood Moon. Blood Moon's certainly one of the top issues this deck faces. Expressive Iteration, when you get into a grindy matchup. A couple copies of Wear Tear, once again. Primarily aiming for Blood Moon, but you can bring it in against things like Amulet, Urza Saga decks, Hammer Time, etc. 1 of basic planes here. Well, you don't have a ton of ways to fetch it. It does give you a little bit of way to play around Blood Moon. And then obviously a 1 of Emrakul, kind of anti-mill tech, but also something in case your opponent extracts all of your copies of Archon. Some versions are playing things like Iona and such. I am far from a creativity expert in terms of the nuances of the side stuff, so I just kind of picked a list that looked reasonable, and that's what we're playing tonight, at least as long as I can manage it. Once again, I apologize. Definitively under the weather this weekend. What's up, Wayne Cook? How are you doing? I hate seasonal allergies. So if you hear sneezing and sniffling, that's what's going on. Alright. So hopefully we'll find a match soon and get this ball rolling. Um, honestly, O'Doyle, if we're gonna run a one-of thing like that, you would probably run Atraxa these days than Gristlebrand. Especially because this deck does so much damage to itself with its mana base. Well, I mean, we have a Bosaja in our opening hand, which isn't ideal, but we can play Run in 6 and scale into the rest of the stuff, so I'm pretty sure this hand's supposed to be a keep. Yeah, it's that season, you know, when temperatures start to rise and then fall and then rise again. Always seems to be the season of getting sick, so... Looks like we're up against Burn. This matchup's a bit tricky. At least from the Burn side, I know it can be. So Xander's Lounge gets every color except for that. So by Triome, playing Swamp, Ketria. I think we're supposed to get the white source here. So leave us without... I guess we get Xander's Lounge since we don't currently have the... Alright, well, I mean, that's a card, I guess. Problem is, I don't really want to fetch Shock here, but I think we kind of have to. Alright, so... Operation Try to Spare as much life as possible has already failed. So... No, I'm just under the weather, bro. But against this deck with the track, since she came in the field to nothing, died to removal on my next turn. Yeah, that's the thing, is nobody really likes... I feel like we're going to get hit by Eidolon here. Okay, we are not up against Burn. In fact, we are up against, looks like Boros Equipment, which could be a problem with Blood Moon, but fortunately we have Blood Moon insurance. Let's go ahead and ping this. And then fetch Basic Mountain here. Play Fable the Mirror Breaker. Yeah, we've got the rain starting to fall here too. So am I going to get hit by a Blood Moon? Feels like we're going to get hit by a Blood Moon. Opponent has a Moon of Blood. And is killing our token. Cool. Killing our token and killing our... So what am I pitching here? I feel like we pitch Iteration and Fetch Land, maybe? Alright. So the opponent's got a monkey. Be unfortunate if something happened to your monkey. Hey, hey, where are the monkeys? Opponent goes. They don't even know that I have a creativity in hand, which I technically didn't. Alright, so Blood Moon. Blood Moon is a thing, isn't it? Definitely want the Abundant Growths. I want Destroy Evil and Wear Tears because they have equipment in addition to everything else. Their deck has like equipment and stuff, and obviously Blood Moon, but I don't know that Spell Pierce is the axis we really want to be fighting them on. Prismatic Ending could be a little bit awkward, although we definitely want answers to Ragamonkey. Probably board out the Iteration. Could board in Emrakul, but Boros is not colors with extraction effects, so I'm not terribly worried about that. We definitely want to board in the basic planes. Teferi's okay in this matchup, but a lot of times it's just going to come down, bounce something, and die. Doesn't really stop counter spells and such, so... yeah, it's just remove a couple Teferis. Electricity beats monkey. Yeah, Blood Moon comes and goes. I mean, it's kind of hard to pass up this hand, although this Prismatic Ending may have to do double duty, so. It has turn 1 Esper Sentinel, which is, well, annoying, not really. If this were a monkey, we'd have to probably Prismatic Ending it, but. Okay, opponent's got a lot of Sentinels. So. Alright, so we have the blue source. So we probably want to grab Spy. Plain Swamp. We have everything but green then. I'm going to put down Arid Mesa in case we have to fetch basic planes to be able to Leyline Binding or Prismatic Ending things. So, although Prismatic Ending obviously doesn't kill Blood Moon, unfortunately, when you're stuck on colors. Alright. Definitely not fetching here. Alright. I think we grab Stomping Ground. Play Run-In Ticks. I think I'm going to go ahead and fetch basic planes here. Now, obviously, this isn't great in terms of executing our game plan, but could get hit by Mana Tithe here, which would kind of suck. Really? Okay, sure. This Mana Tithe tech has been picking up more and more in some of these stupid decks, and you're just like, yeah. Yeah, believe me, I didn't wish I was right on that one. But I actually also saw a burn deck playing it too, which was weird. There was a burn list that played it. If my opponent wants to like play this weird game where we... Okay, so they don't have enough Mana Tithe, it looks like. They might be chilling on like a Fury or something in hand to clear this out, so... Engineer explosives on 0. Okay. Mm-hmm. Alright. I think we're out to prismatic ending something here. Alright, what am I pitching? I think we're pitching a creativity and we're pitching Sanders Lounge, I guess. Alright, well. Let's just end this. Blue-white Murktide mid-range. No, the closest I've seen to something like that is the Temur Shadowless that are playing almost a Legacy-ish style build. It's like Death Shadow, Murktide, and then like Counterspell, Archmage's Charm, that kind of stuff. So, alright, opponent fetches an equipment. We could be dead here. Alright, they have FOF. So unfortunately, I don't think we can play around anything this turn, really. So we'll get Dwarven Mine. How much does this run? Okay, so I can play that for 1 mana. I'm going to go ahead and leave if they have Hallowed Moonlight or something, they're just going to get us here. We can't really afford to play around anything here. Oh, so they had Bolt. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure why they waited on Bolt, but whatever. It is, but the problem with Mana Tithe is once you see it once, it's like extremely not good. I mean, yeah, it can make people play off curve a little bit. And the other problem was, and there was some questionable sequencing by the player that was playing Mana Tithe with Burn against a streamer, and that's all I'll say. So, yeah, I guess we keep the Bolt Wrenn in 6-hand. So, like enough to the point where the streamer put a hand hider up. So, and it was a playing for top 8 situation. So, whether they were or weren't, I don't know. Just going to get basic mountain here, try to preserve our life total. I swear if I get hit by Mana Tithe. Alright, well, I clearly don't have it then. Next turn we're going to leave up Arid Mesa. Well, unfortunately, in a situation like a modern challenge, the difference between top 8 and top 16 is something the effect of equivalent of 40 or 50 bucks minimum. So I'm not saying they did, but there's certainly incentive. One of the downsides of being sick all weekend is you have plenty of time to watch Magic streamers. So. Dashing monkey, no, I don't know what they're hoping to accomplish with this goal. And they're going after my face. Alright, so they had a Fable. I'm glad. It sucks that we don't get it, but at the same time, I'm also glad that, you know, monkey is... Oh, they're gonna Fury my Renin 6 away? Sure. So they pitched a copy of monkey to get rid of that. I'm just gonna hold this there. That way if they go for try to go for Blood Moon, I can fetch basic planes. That's because they're not seeing play, O'Doyle. Is really the biggest issue. Oh, that was a mistake on my part. Big mistake. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm not going to compound the mistake here. So our opponent could obviously have removal spell plus dash Ragavan next turn. But I think I'm just supposed to get this rolling here. Because we need to dig for creativity, obviously. And, you know, I should have played one of my other fetches. But well, I'd still say they're more playable than Cryptic Command. One has Lightning Helix, sure. They pitch Foff. Or sort of Feast and Famine. Okay. Alright, so we draw an Archon, which is far from ideal in this version. We know our opponent's got Monkey in hand. Could have fetched a mountain there to block, potentially. Which maybe I was supposed to do. 4, 5, 6. Number Maw, Hellion, Torbrand, Fire, no Barbs. Tap a land for mana, take 16. Or take 12. Ouch. Okay, you're Dashing Monkey. Not sure what you're really hoping to accomplish here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. Alrighty then. I guess we're on the hardcast Archon plan. Yeah, barely, but it can. Well, at least as long as there's not a Blood Moon in play. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, good chance they're chilling on a Mana Tithe here. I mean, they could also be chilling on Bolt Helix or something like that, so. Or not. Okay, well. So, instead of hard casting this, they choose... Oh, they have Ephemerate. Okay. It's like they should probably sack that now. Opponent has one card in hand. I mean... We know it's not Blood Moon, so... It was, in fact, a Sacred Foundry. Alright. And that's the problem with playing a slow game against creativity. That is the problem with trying to play a slow game against creativity. You just die. Real life, you play mill, you're looking for a new deck. Well, if you don't want to screw with your mana too much, there is that blue-black shadow list that I saw that also was playing, I think someone 5-0'd with it with Briarborn Cutthroat as the tertiary threat. Alright, this hand is certainly less than ideal with an Archon in hand, but I still think we keep it. Have early interaction plus Teferi, plus 4 lands, so... Playing its mulligan aggressively tends to indicate decks like Tron, Living End, Rhinos, etc. So, or just bad hands. Okay, so we're up against Scam. Got it. Turn 1, Monkey. I need a white source here, so I guess we go with Spy. Leave the ability to hold up Bolt here. Sure, you got us. Guessing you're taking Teferi. Because if you're playing as Blood Moon, that's like the best thing you can do here. They take Bolt. That is an interesting choice. I think I'm just going to plus Tef here, because we're not sure what they're going to play this turn. And this at least gives us some insulation against Blood Moon. Season Pyro, okay. Pitch Fury and Dying Malice. That's interesting. You know what I didn't want to draw? Really didn't want to draw a second Archon. Alright, well, let's bounce one of your tokens. Prismari Command. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. Deals 2 damage, makes a treasure token. That third player. gonna leave this back in case they have monkey or something. Feels like this is gonna be hard cast Fury time. Yep. So they're gonna deal with my token and deal 3 to Teferi. Oh, they're just gonna deal with Teferi. Feels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so I'm not going to fetch, maximize our chances to draw land. Well, there's a card that's not a land that I wanted to draw. It'd probably be that one or creativity, so. No reason to attack here, really. Presume their hand's just like Furies. Or removal spells, maybe. Gothic Voidwalker. Really hope you don't have a Thoughtseize or a Grief to follow this up. Okay. Gets a fetch land, which I really don't care about. Alright, that goes to 9. Like, Terminate would be their best draw? Fury... I mean, Fury's okay. They get to clean up a bunch of our tokens. Alright, so once again, we're up against a Blood Moon deck, but a Blood Moon deck that can also cheese us. So, Veil of Summer in, Abundant Growth in, Plains in, Hallowed Moonlight might be good. Expressive Iteration out, Spell Pierces out. Destroy Evil. And Destroy Evil isn't really killing anything that they care about. Probably got to bring in Emrakul. Yeah, I can't fight the Moonlight. Bring that in. When am I going down is the question. Like, Teferi is kind of middling in this matchup. So let's go down like an Archon. Yeah, go with the 61 card special, I guess. Alright, thanks for hanging out, Wayne. Greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I guess we keep it. I think we're in trouble to Blood Moon either which way, so. Yeah, turn 1 monkey is not great for us either. Alright. Pass. What am I fetching here? Basic Mountain? Alright, I mean, we're cold to Blood Moon, but I think I gotta get rid of 6 rolling here, so. Presume we take the Fable here. What am I fetching here? This does leave us open to grief a little bit, unfortunately. So maybe I was supposed to play potential to get a white source. Rollin', rollin', rollin'. Doyle, blue-white's still somewhat played, but it just gets outclassed so badly by both 4-color, or the Elementals deck and creativity, that it really is, you have to be a very dedicated blue-white pilot anymore. They could... I'm not sure what they're thinking here. My guess is maybe they're thinking about Blood Mooning with no black sources themselves, hoping that it screws us more than it hurts them. They could be thinking Fury dash Monkey kill Ren in 6, or they just stepped away. Who knows? But this is the most our opponents tanked all match, so I'm guessing it has something to do with Blood Moon. Which, ironically, if they would have taken Leyline Binding, I guess they'd be in trouble to Fable into creativity, so... So how's everyone doing tonight? Hope you're doing well, staying healthy out there with all the weather going up and down, especially if you're in the United States, or really the Northern Hemisphere in general. So... just going to make sure that I am not the one on the threads here. Okay. Have to be sure that you're not disconnected whenever things go awry here. Keep that going, yo-ha. Problem is, I don't know if the timeout anymore is 5 minutes or 10. I know for challenges now, I think it's 15. But I think leagues, it might still be 5 or 10. Would be an unfortunate way to win this match, but... O'Doyle, I don't 100% know how the matchup goes, but the problem becomes creativity doesn't have to do anything. Because literally their lands can just beat you down. Creativity does have this backup game plan of Fable the Mirror Breaker, Dwarven Mind Beatdown. Okay. And if you look at the sideboard, you have Veil of Summer, Flusterstorm, you know, that kind of stuff. Okay, I'm not really sure what took them that long to make a game action, but... So, like, we could try to go for creativity here, but there's probably a pretty good chance they're chilling on a bolt. So, we'll just wait. Okay, they're fetching basic swamp, which obviously is concerning. Dashing monkey. Sending everything at Ren? Nope, that's at me. And that's at whatever. So I don't get the split attack. Unless they have like yet another Fury in hand, I don't get this attack split. Okay, they hit a ley line binding. Whatever. They have 2 removal spells, more power to them. Okay, I got a bolt for 1. Okay. I did screw up here, though, by not playing a white source before this. Alright, well, guess it didn't matter. It's like, I probably should have played a white source so I could leyline binding that. But... But to answer your question in depth more, Doyle, I don't honestly know how the blue-white control matchup goes. Creativity is a deck that most of my experience with it was over a year ago when people were still messing with Velomachus and people were still messing with Primeval Titan. So I haven't really played as much creativity. Like, I haven't played the 5-color version before us. I played a little bit of the Jund version. Wasn't terribly impressed, but we certainly had some issues with it, that league, so. Is what it is. Can you need more water? Nice. What did I do? Okay. Alright, sorry about that. Back for match number 3 here. Alright, well, this is certainly a hand of magical cards. Sure, we'll keep it. Okay. Turn 1 monkey go. Oh, turn 1 DRC. In the bottle. Alright. Fortunately, we're going to get hit by monkey. I'm not just jamming Teferi here. Could potentially have jammed Fable, but... Obviously, if they have double spell pierce, they beat us here, but it's kind of whatever. Well, that's annoying. I presume monkey has to kill Teferi here. Sure. I guess let's lead on Teferi here. Good chance this gets countered. Shocker, right? Okay, so their hand was Murktide, Ledger Shredder, one of them. So, want to play around Spell Pierce here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Target you and you. Go like that. And concede. Alrighty then. Probably want the abundant growths. That. Problem is, how much anti-Blood Moon tech do we want, and how much anti-counterspell stuff? Alright, so Spell Pierce is okay, but probably could shave one of those. We potentially go down one of the fetches. No, Arid Mesa is not the fetch we want to go down. Tarn. Let's try it like this. I guess we keep it. Turn one monkey, go. Source. That's a green source. Should have gotten the white source. Feels like this is an auto counter. Yep. Going to 7, not ideal, but currently missing just Swamp. I mean, we're definitely not trying to jail with creativity like this, so. I think this is just going to need a counter spell. Yep. I'm not attacking with this dwarf token because I really don't want to get dash monkey dash. Okay, expressive iteration. Engineered explosives, sure. Ledger shredder, sure. Mm-hmm. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you have bolt, we're dead, so it's whatever. Yep. Alright, on to game number 3. Yes. Keep. Okay, you have a burb. They're iterating expressively. Mm-hmm. Alright, so do that, cast good treasure. Feel like this will get spell pierced. Yep, don't really care that you're killing my tokens one for one. One Izzet Murktide. One DRC. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So the downside is pitching Xander's Lounge does mean we can't really hard cast Archons consistently now. Okay, well that's really well. Our fetching has been less than stellar this game, evidently. Oh wait, we haven't fetched. It's all been naturally drawn lands. That's hilarious. Who on earth are they? On Awara? Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, if we ever draw a fetch land, I think we're in good shape, but... What a weird game. Yep, opponent finds generation. Yeah, I don't really care about it. So they pulled a run in 6, sure. Alright, that's at least giving us something to do with our mana, I suppose. We could have hard cast Archon here, but I really don't see a reason to, so... Sure. Once again, still don't have a great source in play. Alright, let's fetch a green source, get this run in 6 going. They want to counter it, that's okay, I guess. Well, I think that's what they were considering, is that the run in 6 emblem was a very real possibility the way this game's gone. Mm-hmm. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Alright, interrupt and see, it's nice. I love you.
Why do you not play the fun format no more?
I don't usually stream the fun format. Why is she whispering? Good question, bro. I don't know.
Hi.
Do you need water or anything?
No, I'm bored. So I came out here to watch while you play a board format.
No reason not to keep this hand, so. Opponent goes. Turn 1, Spire Bluff Canal. So, looks like we get Murktide twice in a row. Yay. Oh, never mind. This is Living In. This is going to be a bit more rough.
Do you get to play that against the... No, I can't touch this.
No. Well, I played against a pseudo variant of it, but not exactly.
I missed that card.
Alright, so if I get Ketria, I can play... I'm not getting a white source either way, so I guess we just get Xander's. Hold up Spell Pierce in case they go for Living In this turn. Of course they have Grief at the wrong time.
You know, I should probably go back to the bedroom.
Why is that?
Because for some strange reason, seeing your lovely brother's name brought the baby shark into my head.
Alright, well that was a fun game of Magic. Baby shark, da 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 da, baby shark, da 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 da, baby shark. You brought it up, da 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 da, brought it up, da 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 da, you brought it up.
Well, you asked why I was going back to the bedroom.
Now I understand. Alright, so... Veil of Summer... Total Infection of Annoying Song complete.
At least it's better than Land Shop.
This is the song that never ends. It annoys my wife, my friend.
Actually, no, it doesn't.
Oh, good to know.
I used to sing it to annoy everybody else because I enjoy that song.
Ah.
In fact, if you really want to get under my brother's skin, that's the song you sing. And then teach it to his kids. That's an idea next time I'm around.
You know, normally you only sound like Minnie whenever you have losing your voice. But when you laugh like that, it's almost like an evil version of a Mickey Mouse laugh.
Laugh like what?
Your laugh just now almost sounded like the Mickey Mouse laugh.
Oh, I was thinking of what you said to my brother. The annoying things that he's done to me over the years. For some reason, I still have that mindset. You figure I'd grow out of it.
Nah. Alright, so... Probably should have mulliganed to a hand with some disruption, so we're probably just going to get destroyed, but... Okay, so you waste a force of negation on a run in 6. Sure. Yes, yes, you are. You're welcome. Alright, so... I think we could go for creativity there, but we want to see if our opponent's just gonna like jam a whatchamacallit here. Yeah, I don't think she's ever heard that one, bro. So I'm not even gonna get that one stuck in her head.
What?
They're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
Oh no. I don't know that one.
Count yourself lucky.
And no deal, that does not mean sing it the next time I'm around you either.
They're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
Where are you, darling?
I will not sing it.
Or play it on YouTube. Or any other device. But now I kind of want to know what it is. Okay, that's it.
What?
Hang on. What's the name of it?
I believe it's called Taking the Hobbits to Isengard.
Now I gotta know what this annoying song is. I've gone my curiosity. Is that from Lord of the Rings?
It's a spoof of it, yes.
Ah. It helps if I don't feel what I fight.
We're taking the hobbits.
Hours? Yeah, I'm not watching the 10-hour one. I want the 2-minute one.
I have?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember ever playing that one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did. It's not near as annoying as Baby Shark. Like, I hated Baby Shark when it was literally everywhere.
Everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Alright, now we just have to win game number 3 on the draw. Taking the hobbits to Isengard. Taking the hobbits to Isengard. What did he say? The hobbits, the hobbits, the hobbits, the hobbits. Thanks, bro. That's the second song you've gotten stuck in my head in less than 20 minutes.
Oh, what was the first one?
Baby shark. Da, 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 da.
I got that one stuck in my head because of seeing your brother's name.
Oh, but still, indirectly Dale's fault.
Of course. It's always a brother's fault. That's what makes you a good husband. It's never the wife's fault. That hurts to laugh.
And let me guess, somehow that's my fault?
Yes. Of course, because it's obviously not mine.
Of course not. Will never be your fault.
Exactly, because I'm positively perfect in every way.
Really hard to take you serious in there, Mickey. Alright, at least we'll have double spell pierce up. Archfiend of Ifnir. It's been a minute since I've seen that one. Alright, see if we can draw an endurance or something. Yeah, I'm fine with that being negated. Looks like the opponent's getting ready to go for it here. Bless you. Could easily die to... Yeah, or that. Just in time. And they still have mystical dispute, so... Alright, first loss to Living In. Unfortunate. Nope, no such mashup, fortunately. But if there was, it would be terrifying. Alright, sure. Good luck here. We have 2 run-in 6s and a bolt, so don't know why I wouldn't keep this hand. Let's do Rainforest. Okay. We get to play Living In twice in a row. Or is this the mirror match? Could also be elementals, I suppose. Okay, so Rhinos, apparently. Man, we're just running the full gambit, aren't we? I haven't sang it at all this week. When have I sang it?
Several times at the beginning of the week.
I don't remember that, sorry.
I know you don't, but I do.
You sure you just weren't having nightmares of Baby Shark?
No, I'm sure.
Okay.
I don't sleep long enough to have a drink.
Alright. Obviously, if they have Violent Outburst, we're not winning here, but... I mean, if they have Dead Gone, anything really, we're just kind of up a crick, so... Alright, we're not quite dead yet. I mean, well, granted, if they still have Fire Ice or any of that, we're just dead, so... Yep. Alright, Hallowed Moonlight, in. Fatal Sonar, Abundant Growth, Flusterstorm, in. Prismatic Ending, in. Lightning Bolts, out. I'm not supposed to try to fight the kill the rhinos plan. Maybe I'm just supposed to try to fight them on the stack. That is rather risky, though. So let's play first. This hand's fine. Blood Moon or... Nope. Good old Rhinos. Just past turn. If they had more Rhinos, we're pretty screwed anyway, so... Alright, so quick wrap. Creativity is creativity. It's a deck that is pretty easy to understand the basics. Playing around hate, playing around a bunch of counterspells takes some practice. Unfortunately, not something I really have a bunch of experience with, so we did manage to beat Scam and Murktide, but lost to Living End and Rhinos. Not sure how those matchups normally go, but certainly something we'll have to look at as we play this deck a little bit more on the channel. But like I said, this deck on the surface is fairly simplistic what it's trying to execute, but the fetching can be tricky. Playing all 5 colors of mana can be difficult. Really not happy with this expressive iteration slot. I'm not sure what I would make it. I'm not sure if I'd make it a 4th copy of Teferi, maybe a 2nd Transmogrified, maybe a Persist. There's certainly some flex slots to play with us in this deck. Like I said, I just kind of chose a version that looked fairly reasonable. I wanted a 5th version of Creativity, and Transmogrify kind of fit the bill. The rest of the deck, obviously, it's one of the most powerful decks in the format, but you need a little bit more practice than I have, unfortunately, to play it to its best of its ability. But we still managed to go 3-2, so we didn't go home empty-handed. Definitely was a solid stream overall, especially considering I'm kind of struggling with a nasty cold here. So that said, I think we're going to send you guys off on Twitch over to, looks like Strasdowny maybe, or Avaros. Let's see what everybody is playing tonight. Alright, I want to go to Twitch. No. Alright, Strasdowny's on Boros. None of them are playing Modern tonight. Interesting. I don't see anybody playing Modern. I guess Modern chat. Insane Goon. So. But. Go ahead and raid them since they're actually playing Modern. So. So, hope you all have a good evening.